Hello. Or not. I don't know. Let's see. Hi, guys. Cool. Cool. I think I posted everywhere I need to go. Somebody at me? No. Cool. Hi, guys. Okay, you're live again? Yeah, it doesn't even register that you're watching. So I have no idea who the hell is in my chat right now. Hi guys. I'm very warm. Tonight we are doing the conspiracy board. Well, actually, we're gonna be talking about all of the mid to late game stuff. Because I have several things to talk about. No, of course that's not going to work. God, I hate this stupid desk some days. Don't tank my shit, that's all I ask. No, today is not going to be the Salmon Tribe because I forgot to talk to them. That one's on me. There are some powerful people, creatures at bay. But there are... Let me move you down. Text. Nice. The Arcane Brotherhood. Trying to find his original artwork. Okay, cool. there's a lot of shit. Oh god, hold on, wait. Oh. He's already in the game. Okay, sorry. I needed to look something up. There are powers at play here that are going to make things much more interesting. Ooh. Hey, cool, it loaded. Okay. Now, there are things. Ooh, I'm just flipping through pages. Why did you make him so hot? Because I'm a bitch. That's why. There are powers at play. Cool. They're all... I'm a bitch. I know it. There are several powers at play here, because in... No idea if they're still here or not. Oh well. Supposedly Doug's in here. This is at the center of what they need. There are several factions at play. The Arcane Brotherhood, the Cult of Levistus, and then Oral and her minions. What token? Were you talking about the bear? If you're talking about the bear, that's going to be a bitch and it's going to come back later to haunt everybody. But that is going to go to map layer. And Yithrin. Cult of Levistus. And the Arcane Brotherhood. Top right? Oh! That, my friend, is Auril, the goddess. That's art handouts. That is the goddess of harsh winters and evil. She's actually an evil goddess. Neutral evil. But everybody wants Ythryn. The Arcane Brotherhood want this location, which is Ythryn, which is the ancient Netherese city that crashed in Icewind Dale some 2,000 years ago. It's been hidden ever since. Oh yeah, no, it's not her final form. Second form, she gets hotter. And third form, meh. But Ythryn holds secrets. Ythryn is an ancient city that used to fly by the Netherese, and it flew because of certain magical artifacts that are probably still there. According to the Arcane Brotherhood, they want to go and find it. If you know what I mean. I get it. The Arcane Brotherhood wants to go to the city, study it, and find things. Only thing is, they can't. It's buried under ice, inside the glacier. The glacier that is currently being snowed upon and refrozen over day after day by Auril. Auril is doing this because she made a deal. She made a deal with Amontar, the Netherese god, to lock it down. Yes, Ythryn should not have been able to fly, but it did. Amontar made a deal with Auril to hide the city. What Auril requested was this thing, the Ashen Wolf, be hidden with it. Amontar's right hand or left hand. The left hand of God is the vengeful one, I think. The Ashen Wolf is an ancient primordial fire minor deity that worked for the solar god to maintain order, cause wildfires, empower lesser civilizations, gifting them fire, yada yada yada, teaching them to hunt. He was a minor deity that worked for Amontar. Amontar went to Auril and went, hey, my biggest followers just crash landed and they're dying. That needs to be hidden. For reasons not quite known, maybe because they had magic that could fly a city, a god with a dying populace requested that the city be hidden. So Auril did it. With the cost, he sacrificed his best friend, dog, to lie underneath it. To be buried under countless layers of snow and ice for the rest of eternity. That's terrifying. That's awful. Auril did it. Auril agreed. Aman'Thar agreed. And it's been going like that for 2,000 years. The Arcane Brotherhood finally caught whiff of it. That this city still exists because of artifacts that have slowly been excavated and like found in the surrounding areas in the spine of the world using math and magic. They've mapped out that it went down somewhere in Icewind Dale, probably towards the Ragged Glacier. So what do? The Arcane Brotherhood sends 4 wizards to go research it. Valine Harpel, an old necromancer. A divination wizard named Nas Lantamir. However, we know her as Danica Greysteel. And then a man named Zan. And then a tiefling by the name of Avarice. However, the tiefling by the name of Avarice is there for another reason. Necromancer, divination, illusion, evocation, wizards. But Avarice is actually a tiefling of Levistus. Levistus being the archdevil trapped in ice, the trapped prince, lair of Stygia, the frozen realm of the 9 hells. He is tasking her with finding Ythryn because this archdevil believes that something in Ythryn could melt the ice of hell and release him. Well, guess what? That something that could melt the ice isn't the machine that made the city fly. It is the creature that is buried beneath the city. The Ashen Wolf. Aman'Thar's best friend. And Blood Patron. I say Blood Patron because they are not a warlock. They are a sorcerer of Swift. The Ashen Wolf made sure to have an ally in time for this event. Because he's still a god. He still has some pull in the world. A certain nobleman made a offering and struck a deal and paid a price he didn't quite know was what he was going to pay. His nephew became a tiefling. His nephew, yet to be born, was born a tiefling of Hellfire. Specifically, since we're going with Swift is a Hellfire tiefling, played off of under the fact that it was made doing a practically a devil deal, but the Ashen Wolf is not a devil, it is a primordial. So Hellfire was the most acceptable Tiefling variant. And then Sorcerer domain, Bloodline, Ashen Wolf. Ashen origin. So a these four wizards looking for that. She's looking for this and this, but for that guy. So we'll see how it goes. Auril over here, don't mind these extra images, they're there for a reason. Auril is trying to keep everybody out of Ythryn. I just have that piece, that picture up there for a reason, because I want to. Auril has to make deals with powerful creatures because Auril is, yes, powerful, but Auril is stuck on the prime material, keeping a snowstorm going for the last 5 years. And other people with more power, such as Levistus, an archdevil, has already spread his icy claws into her domain. The Cult of Levistus doesn't just have avarice. The Cult of Levistus has the Salmon Tribe. The Salmon Tribe are currently led by the cult is currently led by let me get his name. Ragnar Isbreiter. This individual, Lagertha's brother, elder brother, and his job is he knows he's going to need to find Ythryn, but he also wants to get rid of. He doesn't want to get rid of Auril. He wants to find out how Auril is doing this magic to cast Forever Darkness and Snow, because he's doing it for Levistus. So. He's on the Sea of Moving Ice looking for the island of Solstice, which is where she lives, to try and find how she's doing what she's doing. But also, on the mainland branch of the Cult of Levistus is working to undermine Ten Towns' authority and supplement, or not supplement, implant their agents into the order, into the different governments, so that they can destroy the towns from within, so that when Levistus breaks free and creates a layer of Stygia on, or creates a portal to Stygia to Icewind Dale, they'll be the ones in control, or so they think. don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I should have done it the other way. Maybe I should have done it with the players, then linked the different crews around it. I don't know. But our players are Swift. Ah. Yes. Nass Lantamir, which I currently have being portrayed as Danica Greysteel. There is an event that can happen where they die and they become a ghost that can then possess people. I have decided to introduce them prior to death so that they can, you know, be an ally. They're not necessarily a good person, but they're not a bad person. They're just a little self-centered. A little too big for their own britches. You go back to being black. Sickle. Zodag. That makes more sense. And then Eidos. Nope. Purple. Cool. How do you... trying to remember. Zodag is a member to the tribe of Elk. Blue. And then Eidos. Control Z. Oh, wait. I knew I forgot people. Cool, we're actually going to do a quick text block. Relivar Danuven. We're going to upload Mike Shelley. Oh, it's always sunny in Philadelphia meme with I think Charlie. Yeah. This is my conspiracy board. Except there. Oh! Hello, the Weary Warlord. I'm not sure who you are, but yes. Dress shirt, tie, and cardigan. For every DM prep. I also wear a dress shirt and tie and a vest for DMing. And then if I randomly play video games on stream, it's dress shirt and a bow tie. Gotta be formal. Gotta have the style, in my opinion. I gotta look nice for anyone tuning in. But Zodag. Control Z. I need you extra. Yep, got it. I'm probably doing things out of order, fair warning. Yeah, no, we'll actually just leave you there. Hate. Hate. Those two hate each other. Those two hate each other. But now we're gonna do Swift. Swift has a connection to them. Swift has a connection to them. Swift has a connection to them. And Swift has a connection to them. Oh, and hate. I can. Cool. Let me undo. You see that, right? We're gonna go gray. Actually, I'm going to undo. Yeah. Can't get that to without deleting them all. Oh well. I don't care that much. But there's an organization. Well, I'll keep some secrets. These are my conspiracy. Here are my connections. Oh, weird warlord. Sure. Ask away. I'm here. You wanna ask questions? Go right ahead. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Might I ask how you found us? How do I go about writing horror? For D&D? Good question. For one, I'm playing this game, which is a survival horror game. And I'm playing Curse of Strahd, which is its own horror genre. Ah, you searched D&D. Cool. Surprise. You found me. I'm sorry. I don't write horror because I personally don't like horror. I know that it's all about ambiance. It's about setting the scene. Like in Curse of Strahd, you would describe stuff being decrepit, old, dying, but you'd input little rays of sunshine, like, oh, you see a beautiful flower growing out of a roadside grave. You'd implement that it is dark, it is gritty, there's abject horror all around you, but you have to give them little pinpricks of light to focus on. Because playing horror, unless your players are really into horror, kind of sucks, in my opinion. Because you get spooked. You're already going up against monsters that theoretically can kill you pretty bad. So, what do? You grit your teeth and you keep going. I tend not to write horror. There are some elements of this campaign that are going to draw in the horror elements. This campaign revolves around, it has human sacrifice. It has said human sacrifices coming back from the dead as monsters that aren't like zombies or ghouls or gas. These are the frozen remains of. They're like White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Not familiar with that show. Please don't cancel me. I just know that they're like ice zombies. But no, they're these bright light faced, like The Thing from the 80s, I think is the right movie. Walking in the snow, and they just have light cast out of their skull. And once you kill them, you find out that each body of these creatures is the deceased of a sacrificed individual. That's horror. I didn't write that. They did. Wizards of the Coast. Curse of Strahd loves throwing children into bad situations. And you have to deal with your consequences. You have to try and save children and deal with the horror of people sacrificing kids or kidnapping or killing or making them into pies. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. There's a lot to horror. I prefer comedy. And my party is kind of comical. They are in a survival horror situation, and I have a cleric of Yandala, a halfling cleric of Yandala, a Lethari elf, which is a wolf subtype. It is the subtype that can they're like true werewolves. They can polymorph into wolves. I have a bearkin. I have a half orc, and I have a tiefling. But they're all really Sickle's a ranger, Lagartha's a druid, Zodag. In order that was the characters by class, but by name. Zodag's a monk, Swift's a sorcerer. These are all characters have a lot of like hilarity to them. They do things funny. They find and they make light of a bad situation. And I'm not going to be the one to push the horror down their throats. I'll describe a few scenes. But this is all about having fun. Make sure your party's okay with it. If your party wants horror, good luck. I am not the DM to help you. You find horror comical? Are we... Define what horror you find comical. Because I believe there are several different... Have I watched a horror movie? Oh god, yes. I've watched many horror movies. I just don't like them. 80s slasher flicks are hysterical to me. Those are just comedy. Suspense is awful to me. And horror doesn't do well for me because overactive imagination mixed with paranoia means I don't sleep when I watch horror because my brain just goes, yep, you're gonna die. But I've watched horror movies before. I hate them, but I do find them occasionally funny. Like old school horror movies. Like dumb characters, like Don't Go in the House, like Don't Open That Door. Yeah, those people are funny. Do your players want horror, like real, like edge of your seat, gritting your teeth, like I could die at any moment kind of horror, or are they going for campy horror? Because if they're going for campy horror, watch movies from the 80s. D&D is filled with dumb characters. Thank you, Hagley. You are very accurate. Huh. I have steered clear of those movies in particularly because I don't like puppets. I hate those dolls. Oh, it has a hilarious stair lift scene. Do I need to watch the other ones to understand that movie? Good use of the unknown. Good point, Hagley. Not knowing is terrifying. I think that's what you're going with, Hagley. I'm going to assume that's meaning scary movie as in the spoof movies. Because those were actually hilarious. I enjoyed just about every single one of them. Kind of sad they stopped making them, but made sense. Do do do. You can find the scene sometime. Okay. Yes, yes. Oh, the fifth scary movie was also trash. Yes, I'll agree. But it was dumb. and great. Hagley does have a point. Dim light is important. Dim light is shadows. You can't see well. Things can hide in dim light. I use Roll20, so Roll20 actually like does my lighting for me because I have dynamic lighting. Because I don't always set things up right. Also, most of my people always choose races with dark vision. And when they use dark vision, dark vision makes darkness dim light, which they can still see in, but they only you can't discern colors, you can't see obvious pattern. You can play around with light a lot, and things can hide in the dim or darkness better. Dim light. Cool. I have it right here. Vision. Dim light, also called shadows, creates a lightly obscured area. An area of dim light is usually a boundary between a source of bright light, such as a torch, and surrounding darkness. The soft light of twilight and dawn also counts as dim light. A particularly brilliant full moon might bathe the land in dim light. Lightly obscuring place. Stuff in dim light is lightly obscured, which is good. Lightly obscured. I'm looking for that rule. Creatures have disadvantage in a lightly obscured area. Creatures have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. So therefore, if you have dark vision without a light source, you're in dim light. Therefore, you have disadvantage on all perception checks. Something I actually realized right now I fucked up on. Thank you, Hagley. I'm gonna fucking decimate these people. Oh, your players are not very perceptive, Mr. Warlord. Or Miss... the Weary Warlord. My apologies. Yeah, having a non-perceptive party is tough. Though you could have horror elements creep up on them. Thanks, Hagley, though, for letting me know. God damn it. God. Mr. Warlord. God damn it. I'm gonna have to remind them. Thank you for the update. I'm a dude. Also, I'm not triggerable. Okay. Well, hey. I never know. Therefore, I try to play it safe. Because I don't want to make anyone upset. Because I just don't like making people upset. So, you have an... Yeah. So you have a very unperceptive party that can be snuck up on in broad daylight because, well, let's be honest. Some people dump wisdom, which is a bad decision. I think the only one with a good perception is... Nope, that's 12. Because they didn't take perception. Isbiter. 15, I think, is honestly the best perception across all 3 campaigns I run on Roll20. I think a 15 is my best perception. And it's in this campaign. By the character without dark vision. Sickle might have... Sickle's a 14, so Sickle's close. Oh, well, good to know. Hey, do what you... You're not hurting anyone, so yeah, I guess that's to each their own. I do apologize if you guys can hear my desk squeak. Really should replace this thing. That homo? Oh, son of a bitch. Thank you, Hagley. Fuck. God, man, I really am going... I'm losing my damn mind. I keep forgetting. I'm forgetting rules. Oh yeah, no, seriously, I got some events planned. Also, Zodak got a face full of frosty ass 2 episodes ago, so I'm pretty happy with that one. There's other stuff I need to do on this screen, but I don't remember. We're gonna go over to the Elven Tomb and see what I have. Turnover order is off. Cause oh yeah, last session in this room, in this scene, Swift, the sorcerer, had just finished off the White Moose by Chromatic Orb shooting out its heart, cooking it, because they got that killing blow. Oh, you're Danish. That's cool. I kind of figured it was a joke. You put a jokey emote afterwards, so I kind of guessed. Chromatic through the heart. Regionally based feuds. Technically, where we're from, most of the people in chat are from the same area because we're locals. They're locals of me. We have some rivalries. Regionally based feuds. But Hagley. Fuck Ohio. Yeah. Thank you, Hagley. Oh, that's interesting. I actually didn't know that about Danish and Swedish people having feuds, but that is really interesting. White Moose is dead. They can technically take the head and just end the quest and leave from there. However, knowing my players, they're going to investigate this thing, because this ruin has something to do with Releva Donovan? Shit, I just had the name. Releva Donovan, yep. Elven god of winter and, like, the moon. This is a moon dial. Like the Americans and Moose Folk. You talking about Canada? You talking about our friends above the border? We're from... Oh, yeah. We're from Michigan. And I think our people have always been relatively cool with Canada, since Canada is literally next door. But we are not cool with Ohio. Historically. And jokingly. We have some Canadian friends at the channel, and they're pretty cool. And we've actually, I think we have a few Danish fans already, which is pretty cool that we found another one. Miraculous. So, Val, I'm not sure if you're paying complete attention to what's going on right now, but how much you want to bet the party's got two choices. They're going to take the head and leave, or they're going to investigate the place. How much you want to bet they're going to... I kind of want to say they're just going to fuck off and leave. Oh, yeah. People from our locale go at 19 to go drink. Yep, one is from Britain. Val. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting this is like 20 seconds behind. 23 seconds, Val. I was wrong. It's not 22. 100% investigate. Therefore, funny. This location has some really interesting bullshit. Mainly E3 and E4. In the marble gazebo sits an unlit stone brazier, its bowl 20 inches in diameter. Brazier is full of snow and pine needles that the winds have swept away from the gazebo's polished floor. However, atop the eastern berm, a granite sarcophagus rests in a half circle defined by 5 crystal pillars. Clearing the snow off the lid reveals an engraving of a brazier. You also notice a carving near the top of each pillar from north to south. These images depict a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a humanoid hand. I believe so, Val. Oh, I'm not that foolish. think I'm part Danish. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sorry, Warlord. I don't know the capital of Sweden. But I know it's not Denmark. But this sarcophagus can only be opened by placing the particular items in that brazier, which includes Sweden and the province of Norway. I thought Sweden was its own country. God. Please don't. One, I blame the American public education system. It sucks. I have no idea about most countries outside of my own, and I really don't know about my own country or my own states. Like, God. Fuck off, you prick. Val, you prick. Next time I see you, Val. Next time I see you. What was I saying? What was I saying before Val just screwed me over? Oh, interesting fun fact. I like that. The brazier. If you place all of the items other than the severed hand into the brazier and then try to light it, it doesn't work. You can also try to light it with your hand. If you place your hand inside of it and you light it, your hand disintegrates. That's actually pretty cool. E4 and E8. E8 is an empty room. But you can lose your hand to the brazier, which opens the sarcophagus, which holds Sonar, a moon elf, but in this case, a Lithari elf, same elf as Sickle, that animates, and it's chaotic good. It has druidic spells. And is just your ally. Till it dies. Theoretically at level 1. Oh, isn't Denmark at war with Canada over the one particular island? There's a small island that they keep like changing the flag out on who owns it. I think I've seen this. Yeah, I knew it. That made me happy. I actually remember reading about this and like watching a little video. But at level 1, your characters can lose a hand and gain a mummy. Would you like a mummy ally? This bitch. Sinar. Let me go to GM info, because I believe he actually has a different one. Oh, he doesn't have the druidic spells. I thought he did. I know, it's great. I love that weird little thing. Weird facts are great. And that is such a weird thing. It'd be interesting if all wars were like that. Huh. It's already 8 o'clock. Wow. Greenland's gonna get sovereignty? Greenland better ship them both bottles of booze. Like, here you go, and here you go. Good job. We appreciate it. This is ours now. Was it Greenland? Already independent. I don't know. Huh. Good to know, though. Again, I blame my public education. I had no idea they weren't free. They weren't independent already. Oh, by the way, this goddamn mummy smells like pumpkin spice. I don't like that. That's some bullshit. Oh, interesting. See, I didn't know that. Good to know. I'm learning things today. I didn't plan to learn today. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I go quiet every once in a while when I'm reading. I do apologize. I really got to work on that. But this quest can actually lead. Oh, whoa. Interesting. Good to know. The White Moose quest has a way to tie up a druidic issue. The awakened animals that are currently attacking randomly throughout the area of Lonelywood and Dulmer Dawn, Lake Dulmer Dawn. Fucking hope that's how you pronounce that. Good to know. I'll have to look it up. God, I'm getting tired as shit. Oh, this is a much bigger map than I remembered. Nope, not that one. What else do they have to do? Oh, hey, Criff. Yeah, back to D&D. What do I got to do? What else do I have to do? They have this fight. They're going to investigate this area. That's probably going to take, I don't know, half an hour to an hour. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for you. It's 8 p.m. for me, and I've been up for, I don't know, I've been up for like 14 hours. I worked, like 10 hours today. So, I'm tired via more along the lines of mental exhaustion from a very rough day at work. But I got home. I went on the computer and started prepping. Do I prefer theater of the mind or maps? And why? One, for Roll20 and doing the stream and streaming everything, maps are necessary for me. Thank you. Honestly, 10-hour workday ain't that bad. I used to work. Oh God, I'm sorry. You work with kids. I work with corporations' money as doing accounting. I do not envy you working with children. I actually fear for your safety. But when I'm on Roll20, I prefer having maps because it allows people to move their tokens. They can see things. Oh wait, not this character because he has fucking ridiculous. Control L. I can set up dynamic lighting so only certain things can be seen. Each character, depending on their placement, can see stuff. Except this motherfucker, he can see till the ends of the map. Except his light gets blocked by objects. And this damn elk in the corner. Oh, 12-hour day with about 100 kids to watch over? God, you must be in education. Good luck, my dude. My fiance is in education, and oh, nope. I could not work with children. Oh yeah, Lagertha has the blessing, Twilight's blessing, so they can see forever. But maps are great on Roll20. When we actually did in-person gaming, I would do some. I have no idea what that word means. In-person gaming, I would always make maps because we would do miniatures and we'd place. I'm looking at my giant stack. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got at least 6 paper boxes, like the boxes that deliver reams of printer paper. I got like 6 of those full of miniatures, plus a giant foam case, 3 smaller foam cases, all with miniatures. I have terrain, and then terrain all behind the screen. I've got shelves with terrain on it, so I like to build scenes for my players. I don't find, because I want to just give them something tactile and make them like think strategically. Ooh, somebody time. Hey, good job, Nightbot. You did the thing. I don't find theater of the mind unpleasant. I will use it. I've used it many times. And I've used it in in-person games as well, and some on Roll20, just because can't always anticipate where something's going to happen. And I have no problem with it. I just like being able to give my players a scenario to think tactically, because some of my players are quite clever. Hagley has blown some of my plans to pieces with their strategic thinking that could only really be, in my opinion, viable with having a map viewable. So I prefer having maps to give my players more opportunity to do what they do best and to allow them to have fun. But Theater of the Mind is perfectly fine. I used to be really good at describing things. Not so much anymore. I've grown accustomed. What about you? What do you prefer? Anyone in chat, what do you prefer? Yes, Agley. I was talking about the Bone Grinder, tactically thinking about how to teleport yourself into a room to counterspell plane shift. You find Theater of the Mind more flexible with creative players? Yes. That is a good point. Most of my campaigns have at least one new player. Curse of Strahd, our rogue. This was the first campaign our rogue joined. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Our bard. First time our bard played with us. So I wanted... And Mad Mage is... Oh, it's a dungeon crawl. You need the maps. You know... That wasn't actually on a battle map. That was Theater of the Mind, I believe. When you destroyed a skeleton with a fucking card. Tensor's floating disc. You tensor floating disc in front of a skeleton, which skeleton warhorse, which shattered its legs, causing the skeletal rider to get thrown off and crash into the ground, to where you went up and beat the ever-living shit out of it by yourself, or with the aid of an NPC, because you were on guard duty. That was a Theater of the Mind, I believe, and you wrecked it. But I was talking about actual maps. You have wrecked encounters by thinking strategically with the map in mind. But my players do a lot of both. But every campaign I run usually has a new player in it, either brand new to the system or brand new to playing with us. So I like to try to keep it even. Be like, hey, here's a map. You can see what's going on. However, I will do Theater of the Mind scenes and give them minor fights. But it's a lot of... You got to know the right balance for your people. And my people are good with whatever. And I absolutely love them all. They're always good. I can understand that. It does make it a bit board gamey. But I will say, for Roll20 purposes, it's kind of handy. But also, I build terrain. So Hagley, yeah, preferring maps for combat encounters or areas to know exactly where you are is important and helps you remember where other people are in relation to you. I build terrain. Yes, I know of Acquisitions Incorporated. I have their book. That was just one piece. That piece is actually painted. Probably have more in there. I haven't watched a lot of their games, but I have watched some of it. Their Theater of the Mind is good, but that's also, if I recall, Chris Perkins running it. And Hagley, I don't know what you're talking about. Ha! One Piece because I fucking pulled the ship down. That's One Piece. Yeah. I 3D print a lot of terrain, so fireplaces, chairs, barrels, staircases. I like, yeah, Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford. Those guys are lead developers of Dungeons and Dragons. And they're really good storytellers. I dream of one day being able to do work like them, being able to like work and tell stories. Honestly, I shoot for better, but they are amazing storytellers. I am unable to pull off the utter bullshit and creative thinking space that either of those two are able to do. And I have to rely on maps. And I will make terrain, giant pieces of land, and I like adding to my game these other aspects, so it's more of an experience versus just sorry. D&D is a cooperative storytelling event. It is telling a story with you and your closest friends. I love doing it. I've loved playing this game for the last 10 years of my life. Actually, 12? What year is it? 21? 12 years? I've been playing this game for like 12 years. And I love it being a cooperative storytelling game. But when I'm DMing, I need to add a little bit more than just... I want to make it as best as possible. So giving them these elaborate maps and scenes to show them where they are and their miniatures. I have so many miniatures for that purpose, to like give them as in-depth into the game as I can. I've got props. I usually have weird props. Corncob pipes, wooden spoons, dirks and daggers and shields, axes and giant flowers. I try to give my players an experience. Masks. It was dropping shit on myself. I want to give everybody the biggest thing. Candy are better than minis. I've been there before. Eat your bad guys. You kill it, you eat it. Been there before. Yeah. But I'm just the type that this is my big hobby. This is my I don't like using the word hobby personally because it's a passion of mine to do this. And I put in a lot of effort. So it's a hell of an experience. How many people are here? Not many. So I just try to give them the best and most I can. You're still learning? How long you been at this? I still got a few more minutes before I have to call it. Cause I'm always on a schedule. My streams go for 2 hours on Monday, so I still got a few more minutes. But how long? Because 4 sessions could be 4 days in a row or 4 years, depending on your play schedule. My first campaign, which started 12 years ago, that thing went on for like 2 years and only got like 12 sessions in. I've been going for years. Nope, that's not what I was clicking on. 1 session. Oh. Pre the Backstreet Boys World Tour. Got it. In person, and then 3 sessions online using some form of online media such as Roll20 or Discord. Hello, Gift of Gabby 1. I've been DMing for 12 years. I've been running. Sup, Lou? He's one of the players in this campaign. I'm on the map of Lonelywood. You're safe now. Using Discord. Got it. I am well, Gift of Gabby. How are you? But we've been... God, I don't even know how many episodes we're on. I think this is episode 8. Let me check my YouTube. Your videos, da 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 da. We just did episode 16 of Mad Mage. We did episode 8. So we're about to do episode 9 of Frost Maiden. And we just did episode 2 of Curse of Strahd. So we will be doing episode 3 this week. Oh. I've been DMing for a few months. Wish I could play more often. I forced my schedule open to play more. I'm debating on working on Orcs or Fae. Would love having a player session. Too few DMs in the world. We're out there. I'm not allowed. Luca Hall, one of my fellow friends, and player, he's a DM, but he's in the same boat as me. We're not allowed to start any more campaigns until campaigns finish, because we run too many. I currently have 5 campaigns. 3 running actively on Roll20. 1 that's currently paused because it was a live person game. And the 5th one is a bunch of one-shots that I'm working on. So I'm not allowed to do anymore. And Gifted Gabby, you're debating on working on Orcs or Fae. Orc, you have 3 groups in your head: nomadic ones, roaming mercenary tribes, and villages. One DM for every 3 to 5 players. We don't. It's usually 1 DM per like upwards of 8 players. And it's usually 1 DM running 2 games of 4-ish players. I run games for 5 people almost every time. Every campaign I run basically has 5 people and is fine. I'm just not allowed to do more because I would play D&D almost every day, but I'm pretty sure my fiance would beat me. I won't say they'll beat me. I'd say they'd leave me. They'd probably be like done with my shit. I did do a DM. I DM'd for my family once. That was odd. Luca Hall nailed it on the head. Finding a DM that fits the group is the hardest part. Because your friends... I DM for my friends, and I've slowly brought in new people into my DM group, into my D&D group, from outer friend circles, and just slowly incorporated. Sister, wife, dad, and mom are my players. That's fun. Hope your campaign is actually running pretty well, Gabby. Thank you for confirming my fears, Val. Have a good night, Warlord. Thank you for stopping by, and thanks for the follow. We truly appreciate it. Get some sleep, because it's like almost 3 a.m. there. Please have a wonderful day. And I'll be streaming again on Thursday with DM prep for Baravia's Bad Business, which is my Curse of Strahd DM prep game. And Saturday we are streaming Curse of Strahd, and then Sunday we are streaming Rime of the Frost Maiden. So feel free to check us out, or not. You have your own life. Hope you have a great night. And Gabby, there is nothing wrong with being a nerd. I am a nerd. Val is a nerd. I know them. Don't be a dick. Val, please. Don't scare off people. We're all nerds here. Hey, I didn't... Do I gotta fucking... Can I... I'll time you out. How do I just delete that comment? God, how do I mod Val to make him delete your comment? I don't know how. Stop it. Hagley's here. He can do it himself. We do not promote drug use. They just have a really bad habit of shouting that at the end of streams because they find it hilarious. Because my players are jerks. Ha! Timeout 10 minutes. Ooh. Oops. That was not exactly what I meant to do. He'll be fine. So, Gift of Gabby. Did you have any questions? Because you started with questions, and I don't think I ever answered them. If there's anything you need to ask, I'd go ahead and ask it now, because we are wrapping up for the night. But I don't like ignoring people. Gotta remember to do those two. I'm gonna get an angry text in a few minutes from Lou. I'm checking my phone now. Hey, just so you know, Mother's Day is on Sunday. That's good to know. If you're in America. Or worldwide. I don't know. It could be an international thing. I just know in America. Fuck. According to my fiance, it is. Well, Ah, they're gone. Well, sadly, we did not get it. We got one follow today, so that's great. I think I'm gonna call it here, guys, because we are a few minutes over, like 11 minutes over. I did it. I streamed tonight. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for coming. Thanks to all. Thanks to the Weary Warlord for the follow and randomly stopping by. Thanks for Gift of Gabby 1 for stopping by. We appreciate it here at Dangerously Dicey, and we hope everybody has a lovely evening. I'm not gonna raid anybody tonight, and yeah, we'll see you next roll. Good night, everybody.